New poll shows that despite the rough state of the economy, we're still harmed by the Great Recession of just about a decade ago. Millennials, many of them, still think that things are gonna work out really well for them economically. More power to the optimism, I will say, although we're gonna add some context to that. More than half of American millennials, that's those born between 1981 and 1996, so yes, I am technically a millennial. And I have a little buffer, believe that they will one day be millionaires. 1 in 5 think they will be there by the age of 40. So that, I think the second part's much more significant. It's one thing if you think that you will be a millionaire someday. And look, honestly, if you can save and you have a 401k or whatever, you get some sort of job, if you're lucky enough to do that, and you just save for decades and decades, yeah, you probably will have that kind of money when you're 60 or 70. You can retire and have some money if you are able to save consistently for half a century. Doing it by the age of 40, that's a different statement. That's saying, no, I'm not gonna retire a millionaire. I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be driving around a Ferrari when you wanna be driving around a Ferrari, not like 80-year-old guy driving around a Ferrari.
Yeah.
So 20% think that they will be a millionaire by the age of 40. What do you think about that?
I think everyone thought this way. I mean, at least from my perspective, because that's what we sell folks in America. It's the American dream. Oh man, you can do anything if you have the drive and the talent and the skill and the smarts and know how to do it, you can do it. Now, I would love for the next question to be from many of these millennials is how? Like there was plans, I had plans to be a millionaire too. But I had a thought process, not a thought process, I had a goal that I thought I would get to. Little did I know, I wasn't interested in pursuing that,
Yeah.
So I would have been bored with my life. Yeah, it's true, there's things you could get into that will get you there, and you may get to that status, but you may not be very happy with your life. There's plenty of people who are millionaires who are like, I wish I didn't have to do this every day.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is, but or there's others who just think, hey, I went to this school, so I'm gonna make tons of money. That's not the way it always works. So it depends on the way the person's thinking and what their goal, what their process is to get there.
Yeah, and so for me, the sort of like dark underpinning of this story is not that millennials are overly optimistic. I want them to have that optimism. I want them to think that they can achieve whatever they want. The issue is that they dwell in a system that has made it not just difficult to become a millionaire, but far harder than it was for their parents or their grandparents. And so let's take a look at this chart. It's gonna show median net worth for the dark bars are 20 to 35-year-olds, lighter is 25 to 35-year-olds, and you're seeing it stretch back to the very late 80s there. And you can see that if you go all the way to the right, the youngest people, 20 to 35-year-olds, have, it looks like, close to half the net worth as the same age people back in 1995. So decades of time have gone by, but not decades of progress, not in terms of making it so that people are better off at the same point in their life. It's actually more difficult, and yet they do still have that optimism. I just wish that the system was set up in a way that could make good on that optimism, that if they are responsible, that they could have this sort of success.
There's this thought, as like I was saying, we're getting sold this American dream of opportunity. You're gonna do whatever opportunity you can have. If you have the utmost opportunity, you just have to take it. There's plenty of times that the opportunity is not given to you, that when you pursue the right things, things are taken away from you, you're limited in what you can do. And those don't factor in. You go, I'm not gonna be that guy. But as we know the numbers of the very few numbers of ultra rich people in the country, it's getting smaller and smaller. So it's impossible for everybody to be that, for a reason.
And look, I mean, one of the strains running through the purpose of this show week after week is, I mean, it's sort of, it slides into this very naturally. Like, if you wanna be a millionaire, good. There is still time. But what you need to do is not just make the right economic choices, because many of those choices are being made for you. If you want to get the right sort of job, likely you're gonna be crushed by student loan debt and then you're gonna be paying it off for literally decades. If you don't get a home, financially you're gonna be screwed. And unfortunately, it's looking more and more like if you ever do get a home, you're gonna be screwed in a different way. And so all of the major economic choices that you can make, it is far, far more difficult for them to actually benefit you. So you need to make the right choices economically, but you also need to make the right choices politically. The system is set up to screw you over, so screw over the system. Elect the right politicians, support the right policies, and maybe that, as well as some fiscal responsibility on your own part, can lead in 20 or 30 years to you having the financial success that you dream one day you will. Thank you very much for watching this clip from the Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full Damage Report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.